Today we're making this adorable macrame pixel daisy wall hanging. Hi friends! For this project, we're going to use medium worsted weight yarn to tie our knots around our single strand cotton rope. And we're going to attach it on a 6-inch wooden dowel. We're also going to need some sharp scissors, and a macrame board and T-pins is useful, as well as a highlighter to highlight our grid pattern. You can find the list of everything that I used, including the grid pattern, right here. Be sure to take a screenshot. Okay, so let's get started. First, we need to attach all 11 30-inch strands of cotton rope onto our wooden dowel using a lark's head knot. Fold your cord in half, and then with the loop end, you want to place that behind your wooden dowel, and then thread the long tail ends through that loop. Cinch up the slack and attach the rest. Alright, let's take a look at our grid pattern. Each square represents a vertical double half hitch knot in that corresponding color, and we work from left to right along the first row. And for the first row, it's just one color. There is no color switches. And I do have to admit, I was really stressed out during the making of this wall hanging because this is all I have left of my blue yarn. Surprisingly enough, macrame pixels use very little amounts of yarn. Okay, snip off a long strand of blue yarn and place it behind the first strand of cotton rope. You want the short tail end on the left and the long on the right. Make a loop on the right hand side and then wrap the long tail end around and through that loop. This is just a half hitch, and as you can see, essentially all we did was just loop it around our strand of rope. Now to tie a double half hitch, you want to repeat the same thing, so make a loop on your right, wrap your long tail end around and through the loop. Cinch it up but not too tight because you want to be able to slide it all the way up to the top. Then go ahead and tighten it. To tie the next knot, you want to take your yarn and place it behind your next strand of cotton rope. Make a loop on your right, wrap your tail around and through the loop, cinch it up to the top, and then repeat one more time. Macrame pixels are quite easy to do. Essentially, it's just the same knot over and over and over again. I don't know if I would consider it a beginner level project, but it is quite easy. The smaller the grid pattern and the less colors that are used makes it even easier. And of course the opposite is true. The larger the grid and the more colors, the more difficult it becomes. Okay, let's continue tying our vertical double half hitch knots all the way straight across to the very end of this row. And I do find it very helpful to highlight each row I complete. That way I don't get lost in my pattern. Alright, so for the first row, we worked from left all the way straight across to the right. Now we need to go back in the opposite direction for our second row. Using the same strand of yarn, place it behind your last cord of rope, all the way over to the left-hand side this time. Make a loop on your left, wrap your tail end around and through the loop, and repeat. So it's exactly the same thing we did, but in reverse. I have done quite a few of these macrame pixels, but I do have to say it is a little bit trickier working in the opposite direction. My best advice is to be mindful of your tension. Tension is everything in macrame pixels. Don't forget to highlight your row, and then moving on to the third row, you're going to take the same blue strand of yarn and we're going to work from left to right. And as you can see, I'm running at a length of my blue strand of yarn. Once you run at a length, what you want to do is tuck your short tail end towards the back and then grab another long strand of blue yarn. We're going to attach it just the same way as we did at the very start of this project. My most frequent question I always get asked in the comments is how long of length I use for my yarn. And it really doesn't matter the length because we're always going to attach a new piece. But I do like to work with 60 inches at a time, which is roughly my arm span. That's just what's comfortable for me, but you use what length you're most comfortable working with. Okay, once you've attached your new piece, tuck the short tail ends behind your work and then just carry on tying your vertical double half hitch knots just the same as you were before. Now it's time to switch to a different color. So working with a long strand of black yarn, we're going to attach it just the same as we did before. So anytime you run out of length of your yarn or you need to switch to a different color, all we're going to do is attach a brand new piece. Oh, and don't worry about all the short tail ends that are in the back. I will show you what to do with those at the end of this video. Okay, now we need to switch back to our blue. So to do that, locate your previous blue strand of yarn, then flip up all your filler cords and run it along the back. You want to place them underneath the white cords, but on top of your previous black strand of yarn. Then just continue on tying your vertical double half hitch knots, but be very careful not to pull it too tight across the back, otherwise it might pucker. A couple days ago, I got asked what to do when you need to switch to another color from a previous row. And all you do is run it underneath, but this time this one's actually above, so we don't have to run it since it's already on the left-hand side. If it was further away from our color switch, you would still run it, but you would have a little bit of a stitch in the back. Also, when you're attaching a new piece and you're going in reverse, you want to make sure your short tail end is on the right and the long is on the left. Because we're going in the reverse, you want to attach it in reverse. If you have any other questions for me, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. I will do my best to answer them. Also, if you have any pattern requests, please leave them in the comments below as well, and I'll see what I can do for you. I actually hand draw all my patterns myself using an app called Pixel Art. Or I draw them out on Procreate and then pixel them using a website called Pixel Stitch. I do have 2 old tutorials explaining my process and how I design my patterns. One is of some tribal arrows and another is of my puppy Bailey. I'll leave a link for those videos in the description box if you're interested in checking them out. Or I could do an updated version if you're interested in that as well. My 2 older videos are not really that much in depth of my process. I could walk you through it, but it would be a very long video. At any rate, if you're interested in that, just let me know and I'll see what I can do about that as well. Alrighty, once you've worked all the way down your grid pattern, what we're going to do is clean up the mess on the back. So flip it over and let's get started. Now, when I work with yarn, what I like to do is take any 2 strands that are close together and then just tie a regular double knot. When you're tying your double knot though, be very careful that it doesn't cinch it really tight and stretch out the yarn because it could alter the pattern in the front. Then just snip off the excess length, and that is how I clean up the mess on the back. Now, if daisies are your jam, I don't know if you noticed my bracelet, but that will be my tutorial for next week. Subscribe and I'll see you then.